Today we discuss some questions. They're asking the people environment using it. There are some terms which need more clarifications and they are more technical. So I'm going to discuss today those words and I explain to them what they stand for. First, I talk to a word PAN. PAN is stands for proxy acetyl nitrate. This is proxy proxy acetyl nitrate. This is proxyacetyl nitrate. PAN is a secondary pollutant. This is a secondary pollutant. There are two types of pollutants. One is called primary, other is known as secondary pollutant. And pollutants, these are pollutants. So here we have got PAN is a secondary one. Primary, when they are free like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, then they mix with the hydrocarbons and they make further one the pollutant, then they are known as secondary. So PAN is proxyacetyl nitrate is the one word which we want to know, and this is the secondary pollutant, not the primary one. Sometimes question asked in the examination, PAN is stand for what? Number one. Secondly, is asked that whether it is a primary or it is a secondary pollutant. But next word I get is the green muffler. The another word is used, sometimes use green muffler. This one. Green muffler is what it is there. Now, we know the noise pollution is there. When you come across noise pollution, we have got how to measure the noise pollution. The noise pollution we have got in decimals. Decimal means 1/10 of the bell. Gram bell is noise pollution. Noise pollution is by the noise pollution. So we have got the decibels. We measure by decibel. Is a 1/10 of the bell. Well, friend, the bell is the one to go. Now here it is tolerable up to 80. If it is 30 to 40, silence, okay. But it's a more than 80 or 85 is intolerable. This cannot be done. Then how this can be? If you come across automobiles and you find some schools or somewhere there is a lot of noise nearby, then how I can what are the measure I can take? The word is green muffler. It means green muffler means when this is the noise is coming from this part. Okay, this is a source of noise which is irritant, which is difficult to bear. Okay, then this what can be done? This can be done. What he says, what is green muffler is then taking the plants 4 or 5 rows between you and the source, and these like in the road you find there are 5-6 rows of plants, and these employing of such a technique to just reduce the intensity of noise by planting 3 or 4 rows of plants is called green muffler. Green muffler is another word. This is the pen is the first word. I talked to you 2 words involving the environment and people. That's here. The first one is one pan. This is secondary pollutant, and another one is the green. The one. Now the second is we have got algal. There's algal bloom. The word I will get into it. Algal bloom. Now this one here. Algal bloom is one word that we find in the environment. We find in the water. This is water pollutant. Suppose we have got water here, somewhat source, and water source. Suppose there is a pond. In a pond, we find the algae is more than requirement. There is a lot of the layers of algae on this algae, this one, this algae. Now this algae stops the sun rays to enter into it. This enter into this, they stop entering. They are not allowed to enter this rays which is needed for all the organism here, which is gone for photosynthesis, which is not allowed by these rays to enter into it, and therefore they will not able to get their food and they will die. This layer is called algal bloom. Algal bloom is excess of algae on the surface of water source. A water source is there, and you find algae. The algae is there is more than requirement that stops the rays of sunlight to pass through it, and this is called algal bloom. And the process when they are not able to get, they will die. This is called eutrophication. Eutrophication is the one. Eutrophication is a process where it's become the reduction of oxygen in dissolved oxygen dissolved in water. Since there is no photosynthesis, therefore no release of oxygen in water, so this reduction of oxygen comes through, and that is process also called eutrophication. Eutrophication is the reduction in the oxygen dissolved in water, which is very essential for the growth of the water in the bottom of any pond or any sort of sea level or anything. This is here called. And we had another word, BOD. BOD stands for what? This is biological. The word comes from biological oxygen demand. Biological. This word BOD is biological oxygen demand. What demand is required and for water to grow in properly? The answer is, if it is less than 1500, okay, fine. If it is between 1500 and 4000 is a moderate for this. Okay, when it is more than 4000, it is not allowed to go. BOD is the biological oxygen demand needed for plant to grow. If it is more, they are unable to. Your sewerage water goes inside. Sewerage water, suppose fall into the some water source. So water source here will grow, increase the BOD, or it will decrease in BOD. So answer will be that increase in BOD. The sewerage of water will be pollutant in the water, and that will increase BOD. Finally, I say the word aerosol. Aerosol is the final word I want to say here. Another last word. Aerosol is one which is the tiny particle, very small particle, suspension of fine particles or solid particle or liquid droplet in the like we got in fog. They are sometimes natural, sometimes unnatural. Unnatural or man-made, anthrogenically done by the aeroplanes. These aeroplanes, they are threat to airplanes. They are pollutant in air, which is very dangerous for the ozone depletion. Ozone depletion of this one is one. It is the aerosol is a tiny particles or liquid droplet which come in the atmosphere, and that's very dangerous for this. So friends, we got some words which are very useful for UGC NET examination first paper, which is in the topic of people and environment. You should know these words are PAN. PN means peroxyacetyl nitrate. Then we have this is a second type of pollutants. Then next we talk about the algal bloom, or algal bloom is one the excess of the algae on the surface of water which stops the penetration of air, the sun rays to go in the deep in the bottom of the source of water like a sea, which enable the plants to take excess oxygen, or that can be called, that can stop the photosynthesis, and that make the dissolved oxygen lesser, decrease, and that decays the plants. So friend, that one is called algae, and the process is called eutrophication. Eutrophication is reduction of oxygen, dissolved oxygen in water, and that stops the growth of the plants and they die. In the bottom of the source is called eutrophication. We talked to you, green muffler is the one which stops the noise, it concerned to noise. They stop in how to do, we make some rows of plants between the source and the person who is affected, so that the noise effect is controlled and stopped there in between. And these are the words which are very important to learn in people environment. Hope you will revise and do it. Thank you so much.